Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Professor Melissa Westwood, Associate Vice President for Research, and it's my very great pleasure to welcome you all to the University of Manchester and the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall for this graduation ceremony. In particular, I would like to welcome our graduands and congratulate you all on your hard work and magnificent achievements during your time with us. The skills, knowledge and experience you have developed during your time here, both inside and outside of the lecture theatre, have given you a strong platform to not only build your career and achieve your goals, but also to succeed in the face of any obstacles you may meet in the future. We're delighted to see so many friends, family members and supporters here. We thank you for the care and encouragement you have given to our graduates during their studies, which has been so important to their success. You can be extremely proud of what they have achieved. I can assure you that my colleagues right across the university most certainly are. 2024 marks the beginning of your next journey, but it is also an important year in the journey of our university. This year, we mark our bicentenary and 200 years of learning, innovation, research and community, of which you have been an essential part. This is an important time for us, a time to reflect on the past just as you are now reflecting on your time here. Our history is one of education, innovation, global influence and change, of pioneers and pioneering discovery. So this year is an opportunity to celebrate not just the Nobel laureates and groundbreaking research, but every member of our community. The lecturers, tutors, researchers, librarians, our caterers, cleaning staff, our wellbeing staff, our Res Life officers, and our Students' Union representatives. The people you've met and the experiences you've shared are as central to making you the person you are today as the degree you will shortly be holding in your hands. And we hope that the strong, supportive friendships and relationships that you have forged here will sustain for many years to come. Because it's our people who make us who we are, and it is likely that this is what drew you to Manchester, along with the city itself. As the UK's first industrial city, Manchester continues to lead the way today, whether through its advocacy for equality, its innate creativity, or the warmth and humour of its people. And our students are a huge part of this. And once you've lived in Manchester, you're an honorary Mancunian for life. When you decided to study here, you chose to make your mark on the future, both for yourselves and for the greater good of society and the environment. As the first university in the UK to set social responsibility as a core goal, we encourage all of our students to consider their place in the world, how they can stand out and make a difference. And throughout the course of your studies and life at Manchester, you've gained the skills and knowledge to find success and become responsible leaders of tomorrow, and we will be proudly watching. As you reflect on your past and plan for the future, allow yourself to be inspired by the university's motto, Cognitio Sapientia Humanitas, knowledge, wisdom, humanity. During your studies, you have all, in your own way, enriched and contributed to the university as it exists today, 200 years on from its foundation. You have helped shape the future for those who will follow in your footsteps. So today is a hugely important milestone and you should celebrate your success. But this is still the beginning of the journey and your association with Manchester, not the end. Our support continues beyond today's celebrations. Our career service will continue to offer help and guidance for 2 years, and you can continue to make good use of our world-class libraries. But when you leave here, you'll join the largest alumni community of any campus-based university in the UK. We're proud to have over 500,000 graduates living and working in more than 190 countries around the world, all linking back to Manchester. And as alumni, you can help future students in so many ways, as ambassadors of the university, through student placements and employment, and directly in the ongoing development of the university. And as we look forward to what our third century could bring, know that you are vital to our future, and as Manchester graduates, our doors will always be open to you. I am now pleased to introduce Professor Margaret Kingston, who will say a few words about your school and your programme. Dr. Kingston.
Thank you so much. So my name's Professor Margaret Kingston. I'm the Programme Director for Medicine here at the University of Manchester. And it's such a pleasure to be here this evening with all of you. Welcome to the graduates of our medical programme, Class of 2024. You are such a special group of graduates. We are very aware of how much your early student experiences have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and later on by periods of industrial action within the NHS, the cost of living pressures on your time at university that have impacted in ways that none of us could have anticipated when you joined us 5 or more years ago. Despite all of this, here you are. You have achieved your medical degree, and we are so proud of you and all of those who have supported you through all of this. Your tutors, your supervisors, advisors, support staff, partners, families and friends. You are resilient, resourceful, and you're really special to us. We can pause and be proud of the University of Manchester's contribution to the COVID pandemic response and post-pandemic recovery. Many of you worked alongside us in the health service as our jobs and roles changed, and we went to delivering work on the COVID wards, running the trials, running the hospitals during that difficult time. Many of you worked alongside us. Thank you. Many volunteered as NHS supporters or contributed to raising the more than £1 million that this university raised to support students through that time of hardship. University of Manchester medics led COVID healthcare delivery and research from the very start. Thank you for playing your part. It was such an uncertain time for you, and your contributions are much appreciated. So now just a little bit about the tradition of University of Manchester graduates that you have joined. Our university was the first civic university. Its history is closely linked to the city's industrial heritage. The Victoria University of Manchester developed out of Owens College, which was founded in 1851, and from 1872 incorporated the Royal School of Medicine and Surgery, which had been founded in 1824 as a medical school owned and run by doctors. First formal medical education was back in 1814, with the formation of the first school of anatomy in the provinces. Beyond medicine, this is the home of many historic discoveries. It's where Rutherford split the atom, where the father of modern computer science, Alan Turing, worked on one of the world's first true computers. And more recently, where Gaiman and Novoselov discovered and developed graphene, winning their Nobel Prizes. I could go on and on. We also have important medical alumni with significant public profile, many of whom have delivered this address before, such as Professor Dame Sally Davis, our recent Chief Medical Officer for England, and Sir David Nott, the famous war doctor. But the University of Manchester does not stand still. We continue to adapt and to improve. We are unique as a higher education institution in having social responsibility as one of our 3 core strategic goals, alongside research, teaching and learning. We are one of the top UK universities for our social and environmental impact and sustainable development. We are a research powerhouse. We are world leaders, and our research has real impact. We are also the UK's largest medical school, and widening participation, equality, diversity and inclusion are very high on our agenda. We are proud to graduate students, many of whom stay and contribute to our local healthcare systems. Supporting you to be the very best you can be is really important to us, and we try to provide academic and specialist pastoral support to make sure that we can support you through your challenges. This support remains. You're one of our family now, and if you need us in the future, reach out to us and we'll be glad to hear from you. So as you embark on your careers in healthcare, please accept a few thoughts from me, your medicine programme director, and also a jobbing NHS doctor of nearly 30 years now. Working in healthcare is demanding, physically, mentally and emotionally, as often discussed widely in scientific and popular media programmes, including on the TV. Medicine can be a greedy master and take from you a great deal, should you choose to allow that. But practicing within the healthcare professions is also full of joy, of satisfaction, camaraderie, and it's an amazing privilege to be allowed into people's lives where you are able, with your knowledge and skills, to make a huge difference to them and their loved ones. There is endless satisfaction in your role to be taken, making a difference in clinical practice, in educating others, making improvements to services, innovating and driving forward research, and developing treatments that will change the lives of your patients in the future. But don't let your satisfying career take you over. Find time for yourself, for your own recreation and development, your relationships and your rest. These are all crucial, and as well as making you a happier person, they will make you a better doctor. Care for yourself first, and care for those around you, personally and professionally, and they will be there for you when you need them in turn, as you will. Find what and who you love at work and follow that direction. You need to love your work to find fulfillment and joy. Support and challenge each other so you're able to grow together. Do not hold yourself back. Have courage to follow your conviction and take that big step forward, even when it is a stretch. And very importantly, because many will look to you now for help and for your time and energy, because you are all leaders now as you accept that professional title of doctor. Remember that the standing you have in public life as a medical professional also means you must find it within yourself to determine when it is right to offer your time, advice and support, and equally when it is not right, kindly, politely and effectively. Saying no can be the biggest challenge of all. So to conclude, you may be graduating with your medical degrees today, but you are only just starting on a lifetime of learning. Healthcare changes rapidly, and that pace of change is accelerating. Just look at our response to COVID. Testing, ever-refined treatments, vaccinations, surveillance, data management, all within 2 years. And now we've moved on to the next challenge. You are leaving our esteemed and historic institution and entering a worldwide family of healthcare practitioners, researchers, educators and innovators, where the opportunities are endless. Find your niche, embrace the challenge and the joy of your privileged role. You will all be leaders and followers at different times, but as a respected professional, your personal leadership will always be needed and respected. Follow your conscience, your values, and trust your intuition. It will never let you down. Your careers will challenge you, but they will also be your precious possession you alone can determine. But most of all, be kind to yourself, to others, and however tough times may be, remember to take satisfaction from a job well done. Learning to think, behave, and prepare for practice as a doctor is such an important part of our medical education here in Manchester. We have the world on our doorstep. The patients that we serve and the healthcare and medical professionals we work alongside are incredibly able and intelligent, as well as diverse, and it is our privilege to share their lifetime journeys and learn with and from them. Thank you to them all. In years 3 to 5 of this typically 5-year course, our students are based at one of the 4 lead teaching hospitals, our clinical education campuses, all led by a hospital dean, a University of Manchester Professor of Education, and their team. At this ceremony, we have students from all 4 of those campuses, and I invite the deans and their representatives to come forward and present their students as we welcome them to receive their medical degrees. Professor Fiona Carley, Professor Madhvi Paladgu, Professor Jackie Lavin, and Dr. Ray Keelan. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery with honours, Yunona Yasmina Balu Gonescu. Freya Dow. Zen Hussein. Gagana Kathaka Malawarachi Malawa Arachi Don. Monica Nguyen. Amara Qureshi. Christopher Duncan Torrey. Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery with European Studies with honours, Kira Jane Rogers. Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Eunice Abu Umar. Noor Amma Alali. Mohammed Al-Jarala. Komal Amar. Olubibi Cynthia Amobi. Unmol Anjam. Leila Nazar Ahmed Bashari. Jessica Beresford. Alexander James Blackburn.